And welcome to the Lone Star State and Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this was once Clutch City. Now it's no doubt the land of threes.
Oh, Ed, do you smell that? There's some seasoning going on out there. There's going to be some cooking tonight.
It could be sizzling here this evening. Let's get ready for the opening tip. Jay, two of the best in the West, and in this modern era of NBA basketball, these two are the prototypes in terms of launching threes.
And Ed, in this ball game, everybody's going to be paying attention to the superstars, the Kevin Durant's, the Steph Curry's, the James Harden's, the CP3's. But I'm focused on one of the most underrated players on Houston, Clint Capella. He got drafted 25th in the year 2014, a great pickup by Daryl Morey. And this young man leads the league in rebounding and field goal percentage. His ability to set hard screens, knock down the mid-range shot, and clean up the glass for the Rockets could be the difference.
Clint Capella, fourth year, native of Switzerland. Jay, catch your breath. A lot of firepower right there. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul goes to the right side. Tucker sizing up Damian Jones. And he'll go to the foul line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Golden State at the controls to Durant. Thompson to Durant. Down low Thompson. Off the assist.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You'll probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down the ground and make a play.
Green. Thompson. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without 2 key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown. He played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
Paul into the front court. Right now, down 7. And the nice finish at the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Knocked loose. Plays like that could turn a game around. Thompson, he made his first effort, but not that time. Harden. Thompson. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
It's in the hands of James Harden. To Capella. And he's going to the free throw line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
James Harden, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first.
Subbing in for the Golden State Warriors, number 4.
And he makes them both. Durant across the timeline. Up 5. It goes down. He improvises and scores. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Nene against Jordan Bell. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim. Mike D'Antoni will use the timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 10.
Knight into the front court. 9-point margin. Gordon, tough matchup against Durant. To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. To Capella. Clint Capella. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it. To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
To the line for
Can't connect on the first free throw.
number 9, Andre.
Oh, he missed on a pair.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Brandon Knight in a matchup with Quinn Cook.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Jordan Bell with the dunk.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Oh, bad pass there. Warriors have it. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Capella, not a good shot there as he misses it. Cook to bring it into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Tucker against the former Finals MVP. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Warriors with a commanding lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Harden has it up the floor. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony in Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Nene with the dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 13, James Harden.
Harden with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Off the iron. No good to Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden guarded by Klay Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Harden. And Green able to clear the rebound. Working hard on the glass. Another shot won't go either. Harden in possession. His guys currently down by 13. Won't go.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Houston. Substitutions, Golden State.
Harden to Paul. Tucker. Warriors have the basketball. Livingston to Thompson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
The drive right to the basket. That's blocked by Harden.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Fires the three. And the rebound comes down to Jones. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Livingston. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Three titles in 4 years. New arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his only media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports, amongst other things. I actually got a chance to host a Players Technology Summit with Andre Iguodala, where he talked about a multitude of things that he's invested in. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Capella down low. slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Yes, Klay Thompson. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
To Thompson. Green. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Tucker, tough matchup with Draymond Green. Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Draymond Green. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. He connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Warriors were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Bench points.
The Houston Rockets are getting enough bench production in this contest. The reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Klay Thompson has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season. But those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Livingston to bring it up. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Durant here against P.J. Tucker. Green to Durant. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's now 5 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Gordon against the former Cougar. Curling inside. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Livingston across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Can't get the bounce. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul takes aim at Livingston. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Durant. That no good. Off the mark. To Paul. Get the cameras out.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Subbing in for the Houston Rockets, number 13, James
Harden knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Klay Thompson guarded by Ennis. Oh, had him going there for a second. Just not going down. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Harden. Can't connect. Livingston. Capella's on him. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Navigating through traffic. Warriors come away with it. Warriors last year had to go on the road, win a Game 7 at Houston to take the West. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
Especially because this is the last year at Oracle Arena. And when you have a team that can play with a sense of urgency that is as talented as this Golden State Warriors team is, you better watch out. They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
to P.J. Tucker.
Screen, I got your help.
Shot from the lane won't go. Livingston to bring it up. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Down for Iguodala. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Thompson. It's rejected by Tucker.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Livingston, guarded by Clint Capella. Thompson, passed it off. Slam dunk, Sean Livingston.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Iguodala matched up with P.J. Tucker. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. And Jay, no surprise, the defending champs in complete control.
Ed, we call that first-class problems. Just too many weapons, and the rich keep getting richer. When you have 5 All-Stars on one team and then an NBA Finals MVP as well, that's a good problem to have.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. With that, he's 5 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Quinn Cook matched up with Paul. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing.
And a put-back slam.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Harden sizing up Damian Jones. Clint Capella. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lets it fly from long range, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Harden, and he buries it.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
It's Cook with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Iguodala matched up with Harden. He gets it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 17, P.J. Tucker. Entering the game for Golden State.
Harden. Nene against the KG veteran Iguodala. And he'll head to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Iguodala here against Harden. To Green. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Damian Jones at the line. Nope. First one does not go. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To Thompson. Livingston. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And he's going to the line to shoot. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. Knocks down the second free throw. 3 for 3. Nice. Kevin Durant has it. Reset here. Let's see what they do. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Durant. Has a look. Kevin Durant. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just his shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Driving right to the basket. Full throttle. Right to the basket for the deuce.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. Now let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
From the painted area, won't go down. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Screen coming to Green. Jordan Bell with the dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Great feed. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Tucker. Hall, defended by Draymond Green. Deep, slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Possession lies with Golden State. Livingston, guarded by Clint Capella. To Durant. Kevin Durant, 3 for 6 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Pardon? Now that's a contest. Durant here against P.J. Tucker. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors put their opponents away in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets lost this game long before the final buzzer. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
The Golden State Warriors showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Day-Day could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.